Hello students, I am going to teach standard 8 chemistry, elements, compounds and mixtures. It is part 3, separations of liquid mixtures. So liquids may be immiscible, may be miscible. First one is by separating funnel, immiscible liquids, kerosene and water, these are immiscible liquids. So in this, to separate the components of a liquid immiscible mixtures in which liquids have different densities, whose density is more, it can be settled down. So in a kerosene and water density is more, it is settled down, kerosene is in above. So you can separate it by separating funnel. By the separating funnel, the lower end is the stopper. So by mixing it vigorously, then settle down to keep it silent some time. Then you see there is two separating layer. Above is your less density, that is kerosene, below is water. So you can separate it by this method. Then fractional distillation method, in which miscible liquids. This process of distillation is used for separating the liquid homogeneous but miscible mixtures, in which the liquids have different boiling points, depend upon their boiling points. So if whose boiling point is less, it can evaporate first, then by condense the gas to form liquid, then it can be collected. Then again also you have to heat, then whose boiling point is next, just above that first one boiling point, then it can be collected by condensing it. If the difference between the two mixtures or two substances is 30 degrees Celsius or more, then whose difference is less than 30 degrees Celsius, a fractional column is fitted over the distilling flux. This process is called fractional distillation process. Water and alcohol are separated by this method because boiling point of your alcohol is 70-80 degrees Celsius, whereas water is 100 degrees Celsius. So your pure alcohol can be separated by fractional distillation method. Other examples also, petrol, kerosene, diesel, etc. are obtained by crude petroleum. See figure 3.10. Then fractional distillation is a process which involves distillation and collection of fractions of different liquids which are boiling at different temperatures. Then chromatography. The chromatography means color writing. In this process, this is the latest technique to separate the components of a mixture when all the components are very similar in their properties. Components of ink. Ink is a mixture of different dyes. So you can see it by the table figure 3.13, paper chromatography. The process of separating different dissolved constituents of a mixture by their adsorption on an appropriate material is called chromatography. In this method, the rates of adsorption of different components on the surface of a suitable adsorbent. Example, common adsorbents used as filter paper or silica gel, common solvent water, ethyl alcohol or vinegar. Okay, in this way, then principles involved in chromatography. There are two phases, one is stationary phase, another is mobile phase. In stationary phase, that is filter paper, but mobile phase, your solvent like water or ethyl alcohol. See, in paper chromatography, the simplest type of chromatography is paper chromatography, or what man filter paper is taken. See the table 3.13, paper chromatography. So in the beaker there is solvent, that is a mobile phase. Then above is a paper in which there is a drop of mixture, that is ink, is pointed. Then you have to make a line below the point of ink, then dip it in the mobile phase. You see, as the solvent rises on the paper, it takes along with the constituent substance of the mixture. The component of the mixture which is more soluble rises fast. we see various spots on the filter paper, each indicating a components of the mixture. So there are different colors which is confirmed in the paper by the ink. Then advantage of chromatography. Very small quantity of the substance can be separated. In ink there are different types of colors are added. You can separate it by the mobile phase. It identifies the different constituents of a mixture. It also helps in quantitative estimation of components of mixture. Then applications. A chromatography can be used to separate colors in dyes, drugs and bloods, pigments from natural colors, to purify many industrial products. Then separation of liquid gas mixtures. If any gas is mixed in a liquid, you can separate it by just boiling. One example, in water there is also some gases dissolved. So you have to boil it, then that gas is evaporate. The principle is based on the fact that the solubility of a gas in a liquid decreases with an increase in temperature. So drinking water contains air dissolved in it. If you boil, this air escapes, then water becomes tasteless. Then separation of gas mixtures. If two gases are mixed, this method depends upon the difference in the density of the gases. The lighter gas diffuses fast than the heavier. A mixture of hydrogen and oxygen can be separated by diffusion, as hydrogen is lighter gas than oxygen. The spreading out of intermixing of one substance with another substance due to the motion of its particle is called diffusion. Then solvent extraction method. These methods depend upon the fact that some gases dissolve in water or some other solvent while some gases do not or are less soluble. Example, a mixture of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide can be separated. Carbon dioxide is highly soluble in water, while carbon monoxide is very less or sparingly soluble in water. Then liquefaction. This method is based upon the fact that some gases like ammonia, carbon dioxide, etc. liquefied easily at high pressure and low temperature. This gas converted to liquid by applying pressure and temperature, while others are not easily. Example, a mixture of ammonia and nitrogen can be separated by liquefaction method. Ammonia by applying high pressure and low temperature, it can be changes to liquid state, whereas nitrogen cannot be. Then see table 3.7 when some mixtures and their methods of separation and the principle of separation given. You have to see it and do the exercise which are possible by you. Okay, thank you.